Big win for the Bravos here tonight at Lowell Park before they'll come back here on Friday to start the playoffs. They take down the Kettleers, get their 22nd win of the season. I'm Allie Navarrete alongside Cam Manna and Matt Scalzo as always. And Matt, we can't talk about this one without talking about one of the best starts of the summer for Gabe Driscoll.
Yeah, amazing start from Gabe Driscoll. We've seen him kind of have some rocky starts. That Wareham one didn't go his way, and not all of it was on him. Some errors by the Bravos defense, but here he got great defense behind him, and he threw a great game as well. 6 strikeouts for him, goes 4 2/3. Got taken out after Cole Mathis reached base, but for Gabe, it's just huge to find that kind of groove that we saw from him early in the regular season when he was a reliever. He didn't allow, or when he made his first appearances out of the bullpen, he didn't allow any hits, no runs. Once he became a starter, obviously those hits and runs are going to happen, but he just settled in really well here, had great command of all 3 pitches. Like you said before this, you said that he gave credit to Scott Landers calling a great game with the pitch comms, and you got to give credit where credit's due. From Gabe to Hugh behind the plate to Scott as well, all 3 of those guys combined for a great pitching performance, and you got great innings out of the bullpen as well.
When the Bravos have come to Lowell Park, we've seen them put up a ton of runs. Cam, today was definitely a different story, and it took a while, but once they did, some new guys were stepping up, making things happen.
Yeah, it was timely hitting again for the Braves. Hugh Pinckney coming up big, just his 4th RBI on the summer. We saw 27 runs in the other 2 games here, 4 runs here today, but when Bourne got the guys in scoring position, outside of Harrelson being stranded at 3rd early on in this one, Bourne got the job done. And Harrelson coming up big, just putting a ball in play, and Matt and I talk about it. When you put the ball in play, you make Cotuit work, good things happen, and just a weird throw towards the bag, and Bourne took that lead. But guys coming up big, and we were all talking about it, how new players were coming up. Hugh Pinckney, Bryce Evelyn staying hot, but Gage as well putting a ball in play there. So it was good for the Bravos to win in a different way here tonight.
Meanwhile, like I said in the open, they'll be back here on Friday facing the Kettleers in the first game of the playoffs. And Matt, how much does it mean to get this win here when you know you'll be back in the big moment of the season in just a couple days?
Well, you look at it, and tonight really felt like what I have a feeling Friday will be like. This felt like a playoff baseball game. Everyone on the edge of their seats, a pitcher's duel early, each run having extra importance in it. When Cotuit got that first run, this crowd came alive. It was probably the loudest, at least from when we've been here, because Bourne's been able to jump out to those early leads. But here tonight, when Cotuit took that lead, the crowd just erupted, and you really had that energy in it. And Bourne fighting back, the dugout was ecstatic, and so was the Bourne faithful. That's what you like to see in a playoff baseball game, is everyone on the edge of their seat, each at-bat, each hit meaning so much. And now you expect that same kind of energy Friday. So for Bourne to play in the game like this at this park, where you're going to be back on Friday for game 1, that extra importance, this had that do-or-die mentality kind of thing that you're going to feel on Friday once the playoffs begin.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, though. One more regular season game at Dorn Park tomorrow. And Cam, Bravos will take on the Harbor Hawks, who were super hot about a week ago. They've kind of faltered a bit lately, but kind of had the Braves number in the last 2 meetings.
Yeah, that's a very good baseball team, and we've talked about it. The West is really up for grabs right now, but the most important thing for Bourne, Matt mentioned tonight being kind of like a playoff game. Bourne wants to get hot to help themselves into the playoffs. They could win 3 in a row tomorrow and be playing their best baseball in the last month, it seems like, really just going back to, the middle part of July when they started to slow down. But for Bourne to win that game against Hyannis, a really good baseball team that's been hot right now, a team they could see in the West Division semifinals if they can win that series over Falmouth. So going to be a big one. Bourne going to have to show that they can stay hot, because if they're playing their best baseball and win 3 in a row heading to the playoffs, the exact spot they want to be to face off against Cotuit.
We'll be back tomorrow for the final regular season game at Doran Park against Hyannis. First pitch at 6 as always. Here with our player of the game, Gabe Driscoll, tonight's starting pitcher for the Bravos. A big win over Cotuit, who will be their first-round opponent come playoffs this weekend. Now, Gabe, a really great start for you. What was working out there on the mound?
I mean, everything was working pretty well. I knew out in my bullpen that all my pitches were working good. It was just a matter of keeping the same mentality and getting out there and executing them in the game, and it worked out. And I thought Coach Landers called a really good game, and it went really well.
Speaking of the bullpen, you had a couple guys come in, Weicker, French, and Free, and they did a really good job. Talk about the team effort from you guys today.
I mean, when you use that many pitchers, you need everybody to be firing on all cylinders, and that's exactly what they did. I mean, to go out and only let up 1 run, it gives the team a really good chance to win. And I mean, as pitchers, that's all you can do is just limit the damage and don't let them score that much, and that's what we did, and it was great.
You're one of a few guys who's been here since literally day 1. You're going to be here through playoffs. What has it meant to you to see this journey all the way to the end for the Bravos this summer?
I mean, it's been an awesome experience, an awesome summer. I mean, my teammates have been great. even though like guys have been leaving and coming, they've all been awesome, and it's been just like such an amazing experience.
You guys have a real opportunity to take on this team again. How does it feel to get a win against that opponent you'll have to face this weekend?
I mean, momentum is huge in baseball. It's all about getting hot for the playoffs. And I mean, this win, even though the game might have not changed the standings, I think momentum-wise it means a lot, and it was really good for us to pick up the win.
Awesome. Thank you, Gabe.
Thank you.